Hey, people of God, this is Bishop Enéas Francisco from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and I'm here today shooting this video as a way of putting out something that the Lord has put in my spirit this day, January the 13th, 2026, a year after my consecration as a bishop in the Lord's Church. And I would like to discuss with you in a short time the this topic of my steps are ordered. I don't know if you have ever asked yourself if my steps are ordered, if the Lord is with me, why so much disorder or chaos around me? And I bring this out because this is something that happened to me earlier today, not because of chaos or disorder in itself, but oftentimes when we say that we are led of God, that our steps are ordered, we tend to believe that these steps they will always lead us to green pastures or to great times and success and all that. And this is not a bad idea of being successful and being in a good place. But have you ever noticed that when you look at great men of God and women of God in the Bible that had a purpose to fulfill in their lifetime, that was not order all the time, even though their steps were ordered by God. So it's necessary for us to understand that there is a process taking place as we move forward in fulfilling God's agenda, not ours. And in the meantime, as we move towards His plans, we end up doing things, going places, meeting people that are not aligned to what He is doing in our own lives. So, and when I read the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, it does not mean that you will not make mistakes, you will not leave the route, but it means that God will bring order to steps that you take that many times are not ordered by Him. You are not necessarily living in sin out of His will or even in disobedience, but I believe that the obedient ones struggle as well. And sometimes they struggle more than disobedient. That's why the Bible says that we should not envy the ways of the or the success of the evil people, evil men. So if you look at the life of Joseph, you're going to see chaos, even though God was guiding him. When you look to Elimelech, and this man has something special because even though the book of Ruth does not speak so much about him, we know that he moved because he wanted to provide a better condition for his family. He leaves Bethlehem because he knows that in Moab there is bread. So he moved with his family. And after moving and even living a few years in Moab with his family, the time of his death come, and he died and his sons died. And I ask you, did not God order his steps just because he died? You can go back to Abraham, to Moses, to David. Everybody died. Some of them in the will of God, some of them out of the will of God. So I just want to propose or suggest that you think that through a little bit because you may be in chaos. But if you are not in seeing this chaos is just part of the process that God is leading you through to fulfill His destiny and His plan and purpose for your life. So I just don't want you to give up now. You must keep moving towards the blessings and the destination that God has for you. Because if your steps are ordered, if by any chance you take a step out of His will, He's going to bring you back to the order steps. As long as you are in the Word, as long as you are in the Spirit, as long as you are obedient in holiness, praying and talking to God, being led of the Spirit of God, if something happens, this is not because you are in sin, it's because God is using that situation to teach you something. So it's very important for us to know that God is working on us while He works for us. He's changing our hearts and He's molding us into His will. Everything God has for you is already done, it's finished, it's ready for you. But since you are not ready, He's making you ready for what He has for you. So don't give up. If things are out of order, keep moving in God. If you step, if you go places, if you do things, and I'm not talking about sin, that is not aligned with what He has for you, just rest because He's gonna order your steps and bring you back to the route He designed for you. God bless you.